Hello, friends. Today's story is about a girl who kept having dreams of a voice chasing her and calling her by her name. Little did we know that this voice turned out to be a Black Panther, or Ito Dacho Du. We want to thank the shaman who submitted the story. Here's how it started. A girl started dreaming about a voice chasing her and calling her by her name. It was always a man with an old voice calling her. All she would see is a black patch or fog covering the sky. Occasionally, she would have dreams of a white goat along with this man chasing her. This girl knew more Kwaning or shaman guides as well. I received a phone call from a young woman. She informed me that her younger sister kept dreaming of a black patch or fog-shaped man chasing her repeatedly. This man would call out her name while chasing her throughout the night. His voice was deep and elderly. Before the session started, the older sister also informed me that her younger sister had guides or shaman guides. The older sister also told me that she had reached out to me because her uncle had a strange occurrence. The uncle opened the door and saw two individuals standing at his front door. The uncle did not know who they were, but they came looking for the little sister and addressed her by her first name. They asked him, "Is she home right now?" The uncle thought nothing of it and answered, "Oh, she went to school, and that she's not back yet." At this time, she wasn't living with the uncle, but couldn't figure out why the uncle had said that she wasn't home. After hearing the uncle's response, those two gentlemen left and vanished. Her parents had previously sought help from a shaman friend of theirs. They used a pig to block her deathbed, or kaploketo. When this shaman did the session, he saw the Black Panther when he was trying to use the pig to substitute her spot, or saw a kaploketo. Pigs are generally used to replace our spots in our death hole. It is believed that the pigs block us if we ever walk down the path of death, and if we ever meet the pig, he or she would bite us and make our spirits turn back home. The uncle then called the younger sister and told her about the strange incident. The uncle apologized and said, "I know that you don't live here and you hardly come by our house. I'm not even sure why I had said those things to those two gentlemen. It was as if someone made me blurt it out unconsciously." When the older sister heard the conversation, she grew worried, and that's when she decided to reach out to me for help. I told them to come by my house and I'll check it out. When they arrived, I started a session, and as soon as I started chanting, a Black Panther popped out. His tail was so long that it was 3 times the size of his body. At that time, the younger sister was living with a guy friend. I gave her the benefit of the doubt that it could be either one of their attachments, so I double checked. I had my guides reaffirm, and they confirmed that it was in fact attached to her, rather than her guy friend. I told her, "My guides told me that it seems like you've previously completed a ceremony or oitaning with another shaman, and it seems like the ceremony wasn't finished. Is this right?" She responded, "Yes, the previous shaman was one of my coworkers, and he mentioned something about a Black Panther. During the session, he asked us, what should I do with the pig?" I responded, "Why didn't the shaman ward off the panther if he saw it? Did he not see the panther until the day of the ceremony?" The girl responded, "I'm not sure. He just mentioned that we needed to use the pig to fix my sickness." I responded, "Oh, well, I would recommend you warding off this panther. Wards typically last 1 year, and it's recommended to keep warding for 3 consecutive years in order to get rid of strong attachments that have been around for a long time. Wards are shaman ceremonies that require a goat. A goat is used to fence off the house, guard the entryways, and the last soul of the goat circles the person. It is believed that humans and animals have 3 souls. For goats, one stays with their body, one waits for reincarnation, and one stays around the house. As for humans, one stays with our body, where we're buried at, one goes reincarnated, and the last one becomes our house guardians for our families. Each time the attachment or entities get near the person, the goat would ram them and knock them away. Eventually, after 3 years, the entities will eventually give up. The following morning, before the ceremony, I had a dream of a water bottle that had spelled agua in Spanish, which meant water in Spanish. There were 2 male figures. One male was climbing a ladder and another was standing on the ground. Then I saw the 2 gentlemen make a promise and announced, "If water should exist, then this is where we shall find each other again." I woke up feeling baffled by such a strange dream. I called her and told her, "Hey, I have a little information. When you come, please bring your parents along. There's something that we need to ask you about." When the parents arrived, I asked them, "I saw a black panther. Do you guys know anything about this panther?" The parents responded, "Yes, the previous shaman we used mentioned it, but didn't say anything about warding off the guy." I further asked my guides to investigate a bit further on why this black panther was so persistent in chasing her. My guides broke down the little sister's dream. She was near a river while this man's voice was chasing her down. She would end up at an old raggedy house that looked very beat up. My guides told me that he was an ex-lover. In his last life, he was the son of a mayor and she was a servant. They fell in love and his parents forbade their love. They both ran off together and ended up at the river. The parents, along with their servants, chased them both down to the river's edge and shot and killed her and threw her into the river. Then they took their son back. When she rotted, she rebirthed as a dragon. The lover lived his life to the very end and fell a generation behind. She loves water so much, and each time she went to a lake, he would find his way back to her. They took a vow. If we were ever to meet again, we would meet through water. This all made sense now to my previous dream about the water bottle that spelled agua on it. Now, this lifetime, her lover was reborn as a panther and finally caught up with the generations. I went to check to see if her soul was missing. I saw that her soul was already on the Black Panther's back. My guides and I went to chase him down and I finally caught up. We engaged in a fierce battle. All I remember seeing was visions of soldiers slashing away at each other. The Black Panther had a bunch of minions, or Ponzong, helping him in the battle. I ended up defeating him and caged away the panther. Before she came to see me, her brother dreamed of a big river with huge panther across. Right before the panther was about to cross, a red dragon came out of the river and fought with the panther. The red dragon wrapped around the panther. The panther lost and couldn't cross the river. The red dragon was my guides. She was shocked about her brother's dream and put all the pieces together. The following day, their mother called me and said that something was scaring them all night so they couldn't sleep. Something came and sat on their mother and tested her mother and her father. It was a bonzong that was under the control of the panther. They weren't happy due to the fact that their master was captured. Their dad usually has a gun under his pillow. That following night, their dad dreamed that they were in their room and saw two people climb through the window. As he saw them, he reached for his gun and asked, "What are you guys doing here?" They said, "Don't shoot us. You know who we are." The dad answered, "I don't know you guys. If you guys don't go out, I'm gonna shoot." The two males dropped on their knees and pleaded for their life. "Please, don't kill us. You know who we are. We'll leave. Don't shoot, please." The two males jumped out the window and left as the husband woke up. I followed up on the panther to see how to resolve the minions from bothering the family. When I arrived, the panther was still in a cage. Because he was still in the cage, he could still communicate with Yaponzong. So I decided to make the jail bars so hot that if anything touched, it would burn them. This still didn't solve the issue. The problem still persisted until I buried the cage so that no one could see. I buried the cage under a huge mountain to prevent the panther from communicating. The Ponzong could no longer communicate with the panther and kept circling and crying around the mountain. After the ceremony, everything calmed down and went back to normal. Since then, no more dreams of this man chasing her down anymore. This sums it up for this story. Thank you all for listening. Please like, share, and comment so that other viewers can locate our channel. If you have any stories that you would like to submit, please send us an email. Our email is in the description below. Thank you all, and we'll see you in the next one.